What's going on, everybody? So this is episode 1 of building out Growth Flow Labs. So in this series, I'm going to be giving you guys a recap of what's been going on inside of the paid community that I've been running, and just kind of the cold hard truths, raw facts that you should know if you really want to build out a paid community, and kind of how it's been going for me. So in the past month and a half, I've made it my mission to bring over 500 agency owners together into a paid community. So we're about 1/5 of the way there. We have 99 members in Growth Flow Labs right now in school. Mind you, I have a following combined of under 1,000 followers. I'll say that again. I have a following on all social medias of under 1,000 followers. So that means that more than 10% of my following, probably more than 15% of my following, is in that community. Isn't that something? It's probably a sign that I have a pretty damn good product. So basically, how did I do that? Well, I did that. And yes, you can build out a paid community. And this is also to give you guys hope as well. If you have an audience size that's not very large, I have 600 followers on Instagram. Here on YouTube at the time of recording, I have almost 160. So what you have to understand is that getting people into a paid community is not that hard. A lot of gurus will tell you you should not build out a paid community if you have a following of under 1,000 or 100,000, excuse me. That's BS. That's not true. If you have a solid product, if you have a solid service, if you know you can help people in a specific way, I would highly advise you to build a paid community. Yes, I'm biased. Yes, I've been in the high ticket space. I used to do high ticket sales calls all the time for this old coaching program that I was a part of. And I would, run the sales calls. I would appointment set. I've seen the high ticket space. It's getting uglier and uglier by the year. And that's just because everybody on Instagram is trying to appointment set these beginners. It's a whole entire thing. That's another video for another time. But the reason why I'm making this entire series, this is episode 1 of building out Growth Flow Labs. The reason why is to encourage you and to show you that it's actually possible. And all that I do is I just help agency owners. You just pick a pool of people. I help agency owners get more clients. But that's not sexy. So you have to target that pool of people, or target a pool of people, excuse me. You might not want to copy me, but I target agency owners and I make them an offer. I say, look, I'm going to help you land X amount of clients in this time, or book this amount of appointments using this system. Would you like to learn it? And so they say yes. They opt in. I give them a VSL explaining how we do it. We don't use AI, we don't use paid ads, and we don't expect you to go viral, because I've done all of those actually. I used to get over 1 million views on my TikTok back in 2021, and I used to run paid ads. But I tell agency owners, essentially what we do is we help you build out a free community for your agency service. Utilize that, put all of your prospects in there. That way it helps convert them. There's a lot longer LTV, and essentially more trust is built. I get 15 or 20 DMs from short form editing agencies every single day. So the agency game now isn't like it was back in 2016 when Iman was in it, because it wasn't necessarily very populated or saturated. I don't like to say saturated. It wasn't really that populated back then. Now, the name of the agency game is what? Differentiating your offer. And it's essentially about how well you can position your agency in a way to where you don't seem very salesy. There's a lot of agency owners out there really just trying to harp in the cold DMs, harp in the cold emails. I know dudes that send thousands of cold emails a day, thousands. So it's now a time of just differentiating yourself. So I'm building out Growth Flow Labs. Episode 1, my mission is to literally get this predictable clientele system implemented in 500 agencies. So that means I get over 500 agency owners in school. As of right now, we have about 100. So we're literally 1/5 of the way there, which is super, 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 super cool in my opinion. So to recap, start a paid community if you have a very solid offer, if you have a very solid value prop, and if you have something very unique to the marketplace that you just kind of need to really get set in stone. You have some experience in business, you're obviously not a complete beginner. One client avatar or one avatar I would not recommend that builds out a paid community is a beginner. If you have some sort of experience, if you've made some money online, I would say build out a paid community. You get recurring revenue, you get to solve a problem, you get to build lasting relationships, which is what I love, and you actually get to do whatever you want. You like literally do whatever you want. Like I run my community a lot. Like I run the freaking thing day and night, but I can also just be as hands off as I want to. Like it's literally that simple. And so this is sort of an update video. Now, if you're an agency owner, I would not advise you to switch niches. Grass is not always greener on the other side. Yes, I'm biased toward paid communities, but at the same time, it has its cons as well. And the cons are having to get a lot of people in there. Like you have to be really good at showing other people your perspective and showing other people that this can really help them out. So again, I can only do so much, but about to sneeze. Sorry. I'm not cutting that out, by the way. Essentially, so it doesn't even matter if you run a paid community or an agency. Just know that this was episode 1, and that was sort of documenting the journey. Don't be discouraged of it. Everything happens for a reason, and we're going to continue to absolutely blow up this community, make it the #1 agency acquisition community. I'm super excited for what's in store for Growth Flow Labs. I know we got a lot going on, so I'm going to get this video edited up and about, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.